What's up? What's up, everybody?
What up?
It's 2022.
It
right?
feels like 15 years, but also one long day, doesn't it?
Is it going to be an issue?
Oh, you didn't do it.
We're starting the year off real hot.
Nice. We like that.
What's up, everybody? Way better.
What's up?
Bro, I've remembered that I totally forgot to tell you a wild story,
Oh,
and I want to start the pod with that
please
story.
do.
I never told you about the time I went to Amsterdam. I'm realizing the crazy story that I have from Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're telling me that this is from your study abroad?
Yeah.
That you have a undiscovered study abroad story you've never told me?
Yeah.
I don't believe you. I feel like I've heard it. I don't know what
I'm
the story
telling
is.
you haven't heard it.
All right, tell me.
Ready?
Yeah. Did you did you shit your pants like I did?
We were staying in a hostel
Right?
in Amsterdam. I was there with my girlfriend at the time and a few of her friends and a couple of my friends, whatever. So we're in this hostel, our last day. We were like, did the classics, went to the red light district, all the classic stuff. The last day, we're leaving in the morning, and I black the fuck out.
My guy.
Yeah, blackout. And apparently, this was recounted to me. Apparently, I was standing in like the corner of the hostel room, and somebody like smelt something,
Are you telling
and then I ran out of the room, and I went to the bathroom. I don't know. I came back a while later, and I was just covered in shit.
You're telling my Amsterdam story right now.
Oh, is that what we were doing this week? Are we not stealing stories this week? So I was told we were stealing stories this week. Is that not what we do? Is that not what we're doing?
All right. Settle down over there. All right. So I did an open mic this week.
Bro, I'm sweating.
Well, fuck you, dude. You deserve it. I did an open mic this week, and Joe told me a very funny joke that I wanted to use on stage. And it was actually Joe's mom's joke that I thought was hilarious. And I was like, I'm thinking of jokes or whatever. So I was like, dude, what was that joke that you were saying? And Joe was getting so weird. I was like, dude, just fucking tell me the punchline, the details. Like, tell me what it is, you piece of shit. And he was like, I swear to God, if you steal this for the podcast, I'm going to fucking kill you. I was like, dude, I'm not stealing it for the podcast. I can come up with my own shit, but you don't do stand-up. I'm about to do it for the first time. I know that was fucking hilarious. I feel like that would land. Tell me that story.
Oh, man, I was
And guess what? It landed.
It landed. Sick job. No,
what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine.
100%. By the way, I was totally like fucking with you the other day, but I was so nervous about to do that. Like I was like, I'm gonna fuck up his story. I gotta like make sure I get it right. No, I'm sweating because it's 98 degrees in here. I'm literally, I have sweat dripping down my forearms.
I don't know what's happening.
It's cataclysmically hot.
It's February 28th, and it was 67 degrees today.
I have sweat running
February
down
23rd,
my pits.
sorry.
I feel it. Look, I got drops in my fucking... This shirt, by the way,
It's a little big.
there's a story behind this enormous shirt. So, this is a off-white fucking Virgil shirt. It's way too expensive. I've never owned
So
one
expensive,
before.
Dylan hasn't heard of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how you
Exactly.
know. There's a certain class of brands that like I've never even heard of before because it doesn't cross my radar.
Wouldn't even think to spend the money on such a thing. Me neither. I don't spend money on shit like this.
Right.
I've never owned...
You say that a lot, but
I know, but I
there you are with
really
that
have
shirt
never owned. This is the first time I've ever owned, whatever. So I was buying Frankie one of these shirts for Christmas, and Virgil died the day I was looking, the designer died. And I was like, I got to order these shirts like now. They're all going to sell out. So I ordered him one. It was like fucking $400. I spend, this is a $400 shirt.
that's a $400 t-shirt?
Yeah, listen, wait.
That's a fucking white shirt.
I'm aware. So I buy his shirt, and I'm like, I've never owned one. I gotta get one. So I'm looking. I find this one. I'm like, oh, I like that. The back is cool. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. So I buy it. I'm like, fuck
How
it.
much?
It was $400. I spent all my Christmas money on it. Spend all
On a
of it.
white shirt.
Yeah, on a white shirt. Because I was like, fuck it. It's like it's a thing. But it shows up, and it's an oversized shirt. This is a large. It's humongous.
Dude, it's huge.
Look at this.
You bought a $400 shirt? That's a smock. That looks like a smock.
It's a schmata, as they say in Italian. It's schmata. It's a schmata. It's huge. Look at this. Look at this.
And there's sweat on it.
I'm dripping in my $400 piece of shit shirt. I'm so pissed about the shirt, and I'm also pissed it's sweaty.
Wait, hold on. Stand back up. Can you get what's up with that ripped jean there?
My jeans?
Yeah.
They're ripped. You've seen these jeans before.
Look at the size of that rip though. Can you show the people?
I put my foot through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't on
Can you
purpose.
see that?
That's a pretty
I
big
can
rip.
probably, if I was a more endowed man, I could get my dick tipped through that.
Right. But you're not, so sit back
No,
down.
I'm not, so I'm going to be back down.
I can't believe you spent $400 on a white shirt.
Me neither, man.
So
I'll never do
between-
it again.
So between how much did you buy Frankie? You bought him one?
I bought him one.
So you spent $800 on 2 t-shirts?
I did. It was
You know what you could do?
It was three.
You know what you could do with
Pretty
eight-
pretentious just saying your fucking prices of your gifts.
I'm saying it because I'm pissed. I spent the money on this shirt. I did it. I did it out of like,
I'm just
ooh,
kidding.
you know. This chair is not in my. Yeah, it's douchey of me to mention what's happening, but that's the story. I hate the shirt. I hate it. I've never worn it once. Never worn it once. I bought it for Christmas for myself. I never worn it once. I was like, I'm gonna wear it today, and it's gonna be funny looking because I've never worn it because it's huge. Where am I going with this shirt?
It honestly was fine if it was like, because your Kith shirt was how much? That's like $80?
Not even. It's like $65.
Where the
$70.
fuck? I know he's dead, but where does someone get off charging for? Was it 200? Then he died,
It's
and it was
resale.
400.
That's resale.
No, this was from Saks.
Oh, okay.
This is like straight from the fucking thing. They're expensive because like it's
Like
like
Kanye?
fucking Kanye. Like they'll come out with like they don't make the same shirt over and over and
so
over.
it's like
again.
it's like an NFT.
Yeah, it's like a collection. Right, exactly. That's why I bought it. I was like, this is like a collector's thing, and I have to do it because he's dead. So I gotta get one.
See,
now,
I don't even see. Look at my.
The one I got, Frankie, is sexy as fuck.
I don't
like, fits
buy.
nice.
I don't buy white things because I hate white people. I don't buy white things because they get dirty. Like every time I'm like, I'm in the mood to buy a white shirt. Stain so quick.
Immediately.
I was like, I'm gonna buy white sneakers. I'm in the mood. Like I was like a minute ago, I was like, I'm going back into the gym. I want some new gym shoes. I'm going white sneakers because like that makes me feel fresh. Look at these fucking things.
When did you buy those?
They're filthy. White shit doesn't stay
When
clean.
did you buy those? Also, those are hardly white. Those are like gray mesh.
But they used to be pure white, is what I'm saying.
Those shoes have to be a year or 2 years old.
2 months.
Shut up.
I wear them every day on the street.
Well, I mean, you're in like the dirt. You're walking on garbage, covered in cement, covered in more garbage.
Well-
It's New York City. What do you expect your shit to look like? What do you expect?
That's what I'm saying. I can't, like, every time I invest in a white pair of something, it's like, it's got the half-life
But
is.
the problem is, especially for you, you're not even fair skinned, but you are a little bit. Like white makes everything pop. Like white is the sexiest
Yeah.
color. Like it probably makes your skin look nice and golden in
Yeah,
Puerto
yeah,
Rican. Makes your eyes look nice and blue
It's
in Puerto
true.
Rican.
Like, I'm
Looking
definitely
nice.
I'm about to go to Florida in 2 weeks.
Gotta get some white
White
button
Vans.
downs. Yeah.
No, white
white
Vans.
Vans.
I
Yeah.
love white Vans
Oh,
in
you're
the
bringing the
summer.
Vans back. Nice.
White Vans, but it's like, that's something that I'll buy new every season. Because it's like
Yeah,
$45.
They're you buy and you don't recycle them.
You know?
Yeah, those you just dump them and get
can't
new ones. That's
believe-
why Converse are great too. They're mad cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a poor investment.
That's a poor investment.
Poor investment. But hey, he was dying. Or he was dead.
Right.
Actually. So I just panicked. I didn't know it was going to come like this. The one Frankie got, I panicked when I opened mine. Because I was like, fuck, if Frankie's is like this, like what a trash gift that I spent too much money on. But it was sexy.
It seems like it's all for the brand, though.
It is for the brand, for sure.
That's like a double XL, though. They
It's
call it
ridiculous.
a large, but they bought a white.
Well, it's a large oversized. Like
Yeah,
that,
but
I
that's
didn't say that.
That's
in the description.
actually though. That's a Hanes extra large that they just slapped some new shit on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like a good
Is it
construction.
cotton?
Yeah, it's just a plain ass. Like I think this is a plain, like as plain of a cotton shirt.
That's like a cotton-
Come
that's-
feel it. I need you to feel it. I need you to come feel it. Give that. It's not even comfortable cotton.
It's It's
Like the Kith shirt that I got, soft as a baby's tush, thick, soft, plush, if you will.
right.
Very nice. I would have spent more money if I had felt the two. I would have been more likely to spend $400 on that shirt than this stupid fucking. It's paper thin.
What's
my
up with
nipples are
Off-White? They're like Gucci. They're like that level. Gucci.
that level of like prices. Yeah.
Like a
very
Gucci
expensive.
T-shirt is $400.
I don't know. They might be more. I don't know. I don't buy Gucci
What?
shit. I don't buy Gucci. I mean, maybe I look like I buy Gucci.
Did I
'cause
tell
I'm
you
a
that
douche, but
I went to that ski weekend a while ago?
yes.
and it was a disco party. We were supposed to have like one of the nights were going to be disco themed. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go to like we have a Bloomingdale's outlet that has some like weird shit there. I bought that Halloween costume there to be the fucking
cheetah?
No, the boys. What are the boys called?
Oh, the Island Boys.
Yeah, the Island Boys. I
think
bought
one
that.
of them was going to jail, by the way, or both.
Really?
Yeah, they're on the decline.
Like a gun thing or a drug thing or just put them in jail because they're bad for society
Get 'em
thing.
outta
Like
here. Get 'em
they're
the
not
fuck
good.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get them out. But anyway,
So I went there and I walked straight down the stairs. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna find any like disco things there, but I was kind of looking for like a velour suit. I was like, maybe I'll be like a pimp. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like a velour suit. I feel like they would have at a Bloomingdale's
just
outlet.
ask me.
I should have asked you, but I went down the stairs. I was like, damn, this coat is perfect. I'm at an outlet, so like I've bought things there before, and everything's usually very reasonably priced. So I go up to him like, this thing is sick. And I go to check it out. It's $1,000. And then
yeah.
I turned around. It was Gucci. I was like, oh.
You picked up the Gucci
I
jacket.
was like, this is cool. What is this? And it was Gucci. That's how fucking stupid I am.
but see how you thought it was cool though? Maybe
I
you're
definitely
a Gucci
thought
guy.
it was cool, but once
Maybe you're a Gucci guy.
no, because I'm not nothing is cool. Like price is cool to me. You know what I mean?
Like savings are cool. Yeah. Like a coupon book, the coolest.
That's cool.
That's
as fuck,
fucking
dude.
cool.
Get nothing cooler than getting a good deal.
Do you
know
have
what I
Honey?
mean? Yeah.
The app?
No. I
No,
thought you
not
meant
the fucking food. Not the condiment. Why would Honey the condiment?
I don't know. Why would I
Anyway.
think you're talking about the app?
Well, I figured you'd at least be like, Honey, why?
Right,
Not
sure.
like yes.
For tea?
Love it.
Nothing
It's good for
cooler
your-
than
good
Honey
for your
and tea,
skin.
dude.
No, Honey the app. Frankie was telling me about it the other day. We want to fucking sponsor. Honey is like an app that you put on your phone that when you buy shit online, it's called Honey, right?
Yes, honey.
I'm home.
I'm home.
If you're listening, and we know you are,
We know you're listening. We know you're on.
we're on.
your
We
radar.
really, the producer really needs a sponsor, guys. And
Yeah, the kid's getting paid actually shockingly well, but he
gonna-
could be getting paid more.
you know, he could go down a bad path. Who knows? Just get us.
What is Honey? I
His
still don't know
blood's
what
on
it
your
is.
hands. So anyway, the app, you keep it on your phone. When you buy shit online, it
goes
retroactively.
It goes through all the
You
coupon.
want to let me
codes.
handle this?
Hey, no.
What is Honey? Someone tell me quick.
Joey just found out about this. I've had it for a couple years, and basically every time you go to checkout, it's an extension on Chrome. So whenever you're on your computer, it automatically knows that you're checking out. It'll just randomly scan through all of the possible coupon codes they know that site has used before. And if sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Right. But regardless, like, I don't know what exactly they do to make the money, but they save you a few cents here and there every purchase. So like a couple of years later, Sabrina tells me that there's some sort of like account, and I go online and I have like $45 that I could just like withdraw that they saved me, and they just give it to you.
If you ever oops me again in the middle of my fucking
Oops?
ad read,
What does that mean?
I swear to God. Oops.
Crystalia, oops.
You cut me off again, and we're finding a new producer, and then he's gonna do your job in your home above your bed where you sleep for fucking free. No, we're paying him double. No, I'm just kidding. But isn't that a sick app?
That
It
is
gives
a
you
sick
money
app.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking fire.
you wanna-
That's like
you need
your
a
porn.
good 300 back on that one. Could they hook it up for that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm soaking through this
Right.
thing.
Did you have an ad planned to read out? I didn't know.
No, I didn't have a plan at all. I was fucking with you. I was really gonna botch that whole description. I'm glad you helped.
So,
It's really hot. Can I take my shirt off?
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's
you
so
can take
hot.
your shirt off.
So hot. You
Please
can
do.
Yeah, definitely take your shirt off.
All right, sexy.
I'm not gonna do that.
On Saturday, Emily blacked the fuck out, like for real. I don't think Emily's ever like actually blacked out before, and she like
I've
has.
seen the girl blacked out. I feel.
Yeah, but she usually remembers it.
She doesn't remember it at all.
She like has like gaps of memory.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So on Saturday, she went out to brunch like early. They went out to brunch with like all the girls in the neighborhood, probably at like 2:00. And I was like doing my own thing. I'm chilling in the apartment. I think I went to the gym. I come back and she's like, "Oh, I'm coming by to pick up Jasmine because we're all gonna go hang out at Carly's apartments with all the dogs and chill more over there." I was like, "Yeah, all good. I'm here chilling. You can come by." So all four of the girls come and they were like tuned up. It was like 4:00 post brunch. They're tuned up. Like people are slurring their words. I'm playing music. We're having like a fucking great time. They leave. I go do some other stuff. I went to a comedy show. After the comedy show, I get a phone call from Emily, and she's like, "We're going out to dinner. Like, come hang out, whatever." I was like, "All right, fine." So I go to the restaurant, and I'm hanging out there for a little bit, and she calls me. She's like calling me, texting me. Nothing's fucking making sense. They're walking there. It's like a windstorm. She has Jasmine. I'm like, this is a shit show. I'm going to go find her. So I go meet up with her, and Natalie, her friend, and her boyfriend are there. And she's like, dude, thank God you're here. She's a fucking mess. And Emily was just like swaying through the street and shit, having a baller-ass time with Jasmine. So we walk all the way back to the apartment.
Seems safe.
Yeah, it was, it was like 10 blocks. Like, it was all within like a 10-block radius.
Right.
So she puts she was carrying Jasmine. She puts Jasmine down to walk, and she's walking by like groups of people. New York City, people are still masked up, and like kind of people don't like interact. And Emily's like going up to this man's dog with Jasmine on a leash, and she's like, "We're going to take a pee-pee. You want to take a pee-pee with us? Look at the little doggy. Taking a little pee-pee, pee-pee," like screaming like that.
At the new dog.
At the new dog.
With
And the owner was like, "What the fuck?" Like, it was like a bro, and he had a mask on, so he's a pussy.
Yeah,
and he was
he's a
like
cuck
upset
bro.
that Emily was near him.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Emily, like, please just stop for 1 second. I'm having a good time. This guy's having a terrible time." We go to the apartment. She's like, "I'm gonna chill down here and smoke a J." And you take I was like,
Bad idea.
Terrible idea,
Bad
but
idea.
fucking whatever, dude, do you. I bring Jasmine upstairs because we're dropping her off for dinner. And I go to
You still haven't gone to dinner?
No, we're dropping Jasmine off to then go to dinner.
You're gonna go to a public place with this fucking creature?
Yeah, so I'm like, this is I haven't seen Emily this tuned up in a minute. So I go to leave, and I open the door, and Emily is fucking face down on our stairs, like giggling. She's just like on the
your
stairs.
Stairs.
And the stairs going
In the building?
in the building.
New York City apartment building stairs?
Yeah, there's only 3 of us up there. How bad could it be, you know?
They've never been cleaned one time. That's how bad they could be.
They could be.
Your old building? Imagine licking one of those steps.
Yeah, that building steps were gnarly.
Oh,
Danny, my super, would come by and give it the old mop job every now and then, though.
Now and then, it's
I haven't even
Think about what you're
seen my
stepping in, though.
super. I haven't even seen him. He doesn't. The day we moved in, I thought he was the nicest guy ever. And then I was chilling in my apartment. The neighbor came and introduced herself, and she goes, "Just want to let you know that I don't even know his name, the super. I literally don't even know his name. He's fucking useless." And the lady's like, "He's useless. He'll never answer your calls. He'll never answer your texts. If you need something, you got to go straight to management." And that's actually true. Like, I needed something. I texted him like 5 times. Didn't fucking answer. I had to call management. It was a whole fucking thing.
Wow.
So I find Emily on the stairs. I'm like, "Get inside, you dumbass. Get the fuck inside." So she lays on the bed, and I'm like, can you handle dinner right now? Like, can you handle this? Like, what's happening? I'm like dead fucking sober, and she's obliterated. She's not making sense. So I'm like, "I'm going to get you a cup of espresso." So I make a double espresso. I put some ice in. I'm like, "Fucking chug this shit, dude." So she's sitting on the bed. She chugs it. I was like, "Can you go to dinner?" She's like, "Yeah, I could do it. Stop babying me." Pops off the bed, immediately loses her balance, fucking smashes her head into the door. Immediately. And I was like, "Jesus!" And she was like, "Oh, my face." I was like, "Yeah, dumbass. Of course your face hurts." She wasn't even upright for a second. She just went like a full bed to
Oh my
God.
God.
Like a lever, dude.
Oh my God, dude.
So we finally get her to dinner, and we went to this place called Spaghetti Tavern, which I gotta take you to, dude. Spaghetti Tavern is what it's called.
I can't tell if I love the name or
Okay.
it's like the worst name.
I'll tell you what it is.
Frankie, wait. Frankie's shaking his head. No bad name. Keep saying it in your head though. Spaghetti Tavern.
Well, let me tell
Spaghetti
you,
Tavern. Spaghetti. It gets catchy. It kind of sounds like a vibe.
dude. So the vibe of it is,
Oh no.
it is like it's like a bar pub. There's
what
like
I'm
a pub
thinking.
sign, and inside it's like Western, and they got like deer heads on the wall.
Ooh, like a spaghetti western.
Yeah, it's like spaghetti. Yeah, exactly. What's a spaghetti Western? I've heard that before.
It's the film they would do like westerns, but
Right.
they would film them in Italy, right? They would film them instead of like out west.
Right.
They would film them in Italy because it was like cheaper.
So that's why they call it spaghetti, because it's
Yeah, it was movies that
racist.
took place in. No, but it's Italians. You could say it was fucking. It was greaseball fucking westerns, and they wouldn't give a fuck.
Right.
It was a WAP western.
I mean, you get on my ass every week every time I make an Italian joke.
do I?
Yeah.
Do I get on your ass?
Every time I make an Italian joke, you
Racist
go.
pig.
Dude, Spaghetti Tavern though, they give you spaghetti in like they cook it in like
beer jar?
a paper bag.
Oh, parchment paper. Yeah, that shit's fire.
And it was dank, dude.
Yeah.
And that brought Emily back to life.
Yeah, pasta.
She was
will do
totally-
that.
yeah, she was
and
totally
people
fine by
fucking
the
make
end of
fun
the
of
meal.
Italians. You're welcome for pasta.
It
Shit
was
cures
I got to
everything.
take you there, dude.
I'm down to go. It sounds
Oh, it
amazing.
was so good.
Dude, Emily has this, for those who don't know, that's Dylan's fiance, has this period of time when she's drinking where, like, she'll be, like, fine, fun, and great, and then there's this one drink, and honestly, it ranges from, like, drink 5 to drink, like, 11. Like, you
Yeah.
never really know
You
when
never
it's gonna
know when
happen.
it's going to hit.
But it's more shocking when it's on, like, the earlier side, because we're
Because
like...
it could also happen on that.
Because like
It'd be
it's like,
her
yo,
third
we've
drink.
had like 3 beers. What's happening here? But she does this thing where like she just like lets her body go.
Right.
Like she'll just like collect, like you
Yeah.
said on the stairs. She would do that. I've had it been with her where she remembers the whole night because she's 4 beers in.
Yeah.
And just like it's like like and I'm like, you good?
Apparently at Carly's apartment, which was the apartment they were at prior to meeting up with me,
Like pregame
she had
situation.
Jasmine on a leash, but was army crawling through the hallway. And then someone hit the elevator button and Jasmine went in first. And then Emily crawled into the elevator behind her. And there was like an old woman in the elevator already. But apparently the old lady was loving it and Emily was on one. She was saying, right, with like, she was just talking so much and saying so. And I would just be like, dude, like, calm down. Like, you're so drunk. You're acting crazy. And then every time I would say that, she would turn it up a notch and then it would be like hilarious again. And then I would just be like, we're dancing a fine line of like, what's happening to this is hilarious to this is violently inappropriate. But it was a fucking great time.
That sounds like a great time.
It was just
dude.
a very good time.
I haven't had one of those drunk nights in a very long time.
Yeah, everyone was tuned up.
That sounds fun for
Yeah,
me.
it was a really good time.
Dude, that sounds
We were getting
really
wild
fun
on
to
the
me.
Upper West Side.
That's awesome.
We were
dude.
getting wild.
You did a stand-up on the Upper West Side, right?
No, I did it in Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen. Oh, right.
Dude, it was a
Hell's Kitchen-
sus. It's very sus.
Crowd?
No location.
Location. Oh, so I was going to say, Hell's Kitchen's one of those areas. Hell's Kitchen's a predominantly gay area of the city.
Right.
Was the crowd predominantly gay?
The host was gay. His name was Pistachio, and he was in character. He was in a.
Those two things have nothing to do with each other. But his name was Pistachio, and he was a gay man.
Yeah.
But they have nothing to do with each other.
Right.
Obviously.
He was a
Right.
gay man named Pistachio.
Was it? Did he say pistachio? Or
He was
pistachio?
saying no. He was talking in like a. He seemed like he was in a character. He was wearing like a jumpsuit and had a humongous scarf on that.
How do we feel about characters?
It was missing often, but sometimes he hit a lot. And he was like very sassy.
I
He was
like
so
sass.
sassy, and he was pretending he was like an art critic, and he had a beret on, and he had like those like red tinted glasses that
The
the kids
thin
have on
ones?
TikTok now.
Yeah, they make
He
me
was
mad.
wearing that, so like sometimes it was his jokes were ass, but other times he was like roasting people.
Oh.
And it was pretty fucking funny.
Did he give you a roast?
He did roast me. He said that I looked like someone came on stage before he introduced him, and it was another white guy. Uh-huh. So then he was like
God
roasting.
forbid.
He was roasting. I mean, the guy just
Was just a white guy.
no, but he did just like go on stage before he introduced him. And he was like, "Why the fuck are you on stage? I didn't introduce you. Go back down." And he was like bossing him around. It was like really funny. And then he started talking about like bum rushing the stage. And then he said, "We don't do that here." And then he pointed at me. He said, "I'm talking to you, guy who looks like he stormed the Capitol on January 6th." He said that to me. And I was just like, dude, like, I don't look like that, bro. I feel like from a gay
you have
dude's
that-
perspective, any straight white dude that's like big is a fucking possible person who stormed the Capitol.
I think any straight white dude to a gay man looks like a Capitol guy. But did you have the red goatee that you have at this moment?
it was much taken back.
Oh, so it wasn't as
My
racist
red,
as you look right now.
yeah. I've always said that my goatee, I'm pushing 30, dude, and I still don't grow
You got some.
a little bit. So that's why I keep kind of letting myself grow it out a little bit to see what it is, but it's still super goatee-y. And I used to say that my goatee makes me look like a mid-relief minor league pitcher who needs to like give up on the dream, stop riding buses around America and hot wiring money to his family in a trailer park
Kind
and
of
just
like
like
your-
go get a job.
Right.
But now it's very much racist guy who stormed the Capitol vibe.
Right.
You know?
Well,
It's funny how things evolve.
It's kind of transparent of your real life athletic career. Also, what maybe is the better approach to your facial hair, maybe you shave, what is that? what's a Fu Man? What's the thing with the
Fu
long
Manchu?
The long is this mutton chops? The long
Yeah.
sideburns?
Right.
Maybe you shave the goatee, keep the chops, and then let the goatee grow into the
Again?
chops. Because then this will be short, these will be thicker, and then maybe you'll look sort of like you can sport a full beard. That's kind of what I do with my shitty facial hair.
Really?
Yeah, sort of.
I'll have to try
this
something.
side,
I usually just shave it right off.
Yeah.
I usually just shave it right the absolute
Well,
fuck off.
dude,
but yeah, I did do a stand up. It was fun. There was a lot of, and I went to a show on Saturday too. So basically, I'm trying to get back into the stand up game.
Oh, yeah.
Hardcore.
Well,
I've been going to a lot of shows. I've been going to like high quality shows. Like I saw Scholes at the Comedy Cellar. And when you go to the Comedy Cellar, it's like the best in New York.
Yeah.
Fucking Jim Gaffigan walked in.
Yeah.
Like and did 10 minutes.
Well,
it was sick.
he's got a new podcast now with Mark Normand, Jim Gaffigan, and one other guy.
Wow, good for Mark Norman.
They drink. They like get drunk.
Oh, Sam Morril? Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's Sam Morril and Mark Norman, and it's called like Drinking Buddies or something.
Oh, and they just
Oh,
happen to
no,
have
I think
Jim
it's called
Gaffigan.
We Might Be Drunk.
Yeah.
And they drink together and have guests on. They all drink together.
Oh, so Jim Gaffigan was one of their
Yeah,
guests.
he was a
okay,
guest.
I see. Yeah, well, I was watching some clips from that.
yeah,
Hilarious.
they're fucking hilarious.
But
So
dude,
I saw them, and I've been going to like a lot of stand-up shows that are like quality shit. So then on Saturday, I went to a new talent showcase at the comedy club that's in my neighborhood that like I could probably get on the show if I was like, hey, I'll bring 4 people. Then they'll, can I get on the show? And they'll be like, sure, I could give you. So I like wanted
not
to go
like-
to
yeah, it's
somewhere
right
where
the-
it's
not
like
the pick of the
actually
litter.
attainable that I could do. Like I can't go to the Comedy Cellar and do time. You know what I mean?
No, but let me tell you something. Dylan in 2017, 18 would have been like, I can fucking go to comedy show. Easy. I can what? I'm better than that guy.
Probably true. Probably true. Boy, have I been
you've humbled yourself.
Boy, have I been humbled since I've been eating dog shit the last 5 years.
And yeah, since you've been eating dog shit and since our 3-4 season podcast has yet to make a cent, I think that's a humbling experience to anybody.
It's humbling. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So it
100%.
started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Now
a
we're
little
here.
bit,
A
a
little
little bit
bit-
above the bottom. A little
Some
bit.
would
of-
say even.
Still,
Some would
yeah.
say we're standing on like a rock on the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went to this new talent showcase, and there were a couple people that were like, you could tell were like actual comedians, like doing some warm ups to then go out and do more Saturday night shows.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some new talent people there that were scary bad. Like there were
Like
2 people.
offensive scary
No.
or just like flatline scary?
Oh, there was a guy who went, and 2 people back to back went that got crickets. So the whole thing was like 10 minutes of crickets. There was a lot of talk about like, generally speaking, a lot of talk about like mental illnesses, which can be fun, but the people on stage like didn't have a handle on their mental illness, and you could like tell. So it was just like, I am just like sharing like super traumatic shit that like the people were not into, and there was like no punchline at the end. The punchline was like, I'm viciously depressed. And I was like, ha.
You have to be real self-aware to pull off a depression, self-deprecating
Right.
joke.
So it was just like, so after that shit, I basically did that to give myself the confidence to go fucking, I'll be like, all right, if they could do this. And it was a real crowd. There's like 80 people in the crowd. There were like tourists in the crowd because they like, the host was like, are people from out of state? So it was like it was sold out.
That's dope.
Yeah. New York City comedy is like, I feel like a fucking,
back.
yeah, it's very
Oh,
back.
for sure. I mean, just the fact that you saw Scholes and he left in mid-quarantine and was just like, yo, New York's dead. I'm done.
right,
It's
right.
fucking the comedy. There's a blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Just the fact that he was there is a good sign.
Yeah. So then on that Monday night, I was like, dude, I'm going to do an open mic right
bug
now.
is the itch.
The
You
itch
got
is
the
there.
itch,
I
yeah.
just watched these people eat shit. I'm going to go eat shit. I'm going to go eat shit.
Right.
So I signed up to do this mic. The room was like a bar. It's like apparently like an off Broadway location, but it was like a bar with a
Off
off
Broadway.
Broadway. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was in Hell's Kitchen, like 44th Street. You go up a stair, there's like a couple different rooms with like different stages and shows that could be done there or whatever. And then there was like the room with the stand up. There's probably like 20 people there.
Decent crowd.
Yeah. And I fucking killed. I told Joe afterwards, I fucking killed.
Yeah, I was not answering him, and I saw
5
my
minutes
text.
of like, I was like, what is happening right now?
Were you just so first joke lands? Your first joke was like an improv, Like you just kind of rolled with
I
the
riffed off
Capitol
the
joke.
I told him that I did storm the Capitol.
And I'm assuming you kind of expected a couple chuckles from that because anything you were just probably like,
Right.
this is silly.
Yeah.
But when you delivered your first prepared joke,
Right.
and it hit, were you
I
just
didn't
like,
even,
oh shit?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. But I just kept going. But I was just like the first joke I did was the first joke I told.
Can you
I was
do
like,
one of your jokes like from?
I
start
said
to
I was a
finish?
home attendant. So I was like, I'm a home attendant. That means I hang out with old people pretty much all day. It's a pretty good job. But if you think you're confused about what's going on in this world, old people don't have any fucking clue what's going on.
That's actually a really good
Yeah.
start.
So I started with that. And then I was kind of like ad-libbing in between. But the next thing I had written down was, fuck. Now I forget, obviously.
Wow.
I'm
Kid is
fucking
choking.
bombing here on my own podcast. Even dude, while I was up there, it's pretty chill. Like I brought my notes up there, and there was a couple times where I was like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Give me a sec, and then I would look off at my notes and take like a full 3 to 5 second pause, like because I was like, I don't give a shit.
Such a better approach to like
Trying to like
Then
memorize it and like
pretending you're in like Madison Square Garden,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
enough pressure, like just fucking read.
There
your
was like
notes.
I just had put like zero pressure on myself. I was like, I don't fucking know. Let me read this.
Right.
thing.
It's not about killing. It's about like seeing if these jokes
It's
are
about
actually
practicing.
funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Am I funny?
So then the second joke was, it's a good job. Like, helping old people is nice, but you would be sadly mistaken if you thought I wasn't trying to get written into some wills. And that was like a setup, but
Right.
that got a ton of laughs.
Ooh.
So then after that one, I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then I just kept rolling off that one. It was like rolling laughter. It was
Dude.
fucking lit.
I mean, you were probably like pretty hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I finished, and I waited till the end. I finished, dude. So I finished. Then
funny.
I cleaned up, and then I went out and met some more people. And I was like talking to people afterwards, and I dipped. And then on my way home, like I was so fucking jacked up.
Yeah.
And Emily, it was like 10:30, so Emily was still up, and like I didn't fall asleep that night till like 1:30.
Oh yeah, because you were just.
I was just
Adrenaline.
Yeah, adrenaline was bumping,
Dude, I miss those times when we would go to these comedy clubs and like hang out there and shit, like grab some shitty bar food and like
Yeah.
talk to shitty comics, and,
Yeah.
like drink beers. Such good times. And obviously for the last couple of years we couldn't really do it because of like the COVID shit.
right.
But New York is getting rid of the fucking mandates pretty soon.
What did I say?
What did
What did I say?
All right.
What did I
I can see it. I can see the presidency. All right.
I love that. So Joe sent me I guess it's like a meme of like a news or whatever, and it was basically like Kyrie Irving expected to be able to play at home as New York City is expecting to lift and change the vaccine requirements in the upcoming weeks. So I was like, oh shit, like I wonder if there's any like news about it. So on Twitter, I Googled New York City vaccine mandates, and everything is being talked about in the context of Kyrie Irving. I'm like, can we just get a regular news article of like everyone else can go back to living their life again
Right.
normally?
Does nobody care about that part of it?
Yeah, I was like, why is this all look it up.
Because they don't
Everything
want
is
the
in
racist Republicans to know they can come back into the city. Why would they tell us?
Only Kyrie Irving is now allowed to play at home.
Oh my
Dude, that Kyrie Irving shit, do you know what it is?
What
Kyrie
shit?
Irving is not allowed to play
I
at
know.
home in Brooklyn,
At Barclays
but he's
Center, I
allowed
know.
to play at away stadiums.
Yeah.
But away players who are
Can play.
unvaccinated are allowed to play in Brooklyn because of some fucking
Because of like the transplanted employee type law thing, where like, yeah, they're not employed here, so they have to abide by whatever rules are in their own home state. Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous,
There's
dude.
another R word that better encompasses how I feel about
Right.
it, but I'm not going to say
I'm
it
not gonna
because
say
I'm not
it.
Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Right. But fuck it, crazy. Crazy. Dude, so crazy that shit.
I can't-
But I don't even care. I'm just so pumped that that's on the horizon. Like,
Yeah.
being
Dude,
it-
Britain is done.
I know Britain's mad done. I mean,
And the
there's still
Queen just
other
got
stuff they
COVID.
have to do. I know,
see the-
dude. Did you see like there was fake news going around that she was dead?
Yeah.
And then I just saw a bunch of stuff today that was like, no, the Queen's not dead. I was like, when did we think? Did we think she was dead? Who knew?
I feel like that was a class pre-COVID times, dude. There were so many, like I wasn't a big internet guy, and there were so many, like, remember would be like,
Yeah.
a rumor would spread on the internet that this person was dead, and then they have to be like, I'm not actually dead, guys, like
Yeah.
all the time.
They hadn't heard from them in like 4 days. Like,
feel
she's
like,
dead.
I feel like in the last 2 years, like people dying things like are not as popular anymore, but the Queen one hit different. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what a classic. She's not actually dead.
Also, right, immediately post, it would have been a fun headline, immediately post her like pardoning
Right.
Virginia Giuffre.
Well, pardoning.
Or not
Prince
pardoning.
Andrew. No.
Pardoning. Well, bribing. Could you even say? Fucking
Bribing.
giving her all the money.
Bribing.
Yeah, bribing.
Bribing.
Really. I mean, it's a bribe.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Right.
I mean, good for Virginia, but
Yeah.
that's a bribe.
Listen, I'm not a queen guy
Dude,
because
I-
we're American, but like if if Prince Andrew, her beloved son, killed her because she was so upset, I would be happy.
Wait, Prince Andrew, is he the one who fucked the kids?
No, Prince Andrew's the one who's
Yeah.
that's the Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. So if he killed the queen,
No,
You'd be
if she
happy?
was if it was like a Joe Pa moment. You know what I mean? Like Jerry Sandusky, all this shit comes out that Jerry Sandusky was fucking kids the whole time.
Right.
And then Joe Pa kind of knew and he retired and then he just died of a heartbreak.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
it was like his whole legacy was like tarnished.
Right.
And he knew. Dude, I think they like took down his statue, Joe Paterno's
Oh, yeah, they
statue.
took it all
because he
out.
knew that he was fucking kids the whole
Yeah.
time. So I'm just saying, like, if she was like, fucking Prince Andrew, I'm 95 years old and my piece of shit son's still fucking ringing me up for bills. Now I got to pay this tab and blah, blah, blah. And she just fucking croaked.
yeah, I'd be kind of for that.
I'd be for that.
I don't want the queen to die.
No, I don't. But,
But I would be in support of
something's
that.
gonna kill her.
Right,
And
she's
I wish it was
104.
the anger that
How old is the queen?
she's 94 or 5. I wish it was the anger that was caused to her by her piece of shit son
That did it.
that did all this bullshit.
Because nobody's getting anything for that whole thing. Someone needs to die because of that whole thing. Like Jeffrey Epstein's friend.
pimp just died for
Yeah.
it.
But like we don't care about that guy. I don't care about him. I want
Yeah, but he
names.
was suicided, dude.
Yeah, I know he was suicide.
Look how
body count.
Look how casual we are about
I
it.
know.
That this guy, the cameras were off
Wow, she's
in the
95.
prison, and it was like sus.
I mean, it's
the way
ridiculous.
that he died was sus, and me and you were just like, what are we gonna
It's
do?
also so like
what are we gonna do,
what are we gonna
dude?
do, dude? It's so obvious and like conspicuous. Like if they settle out of court. He pays her an undisclosed amount of money, Prince Andrew. And then the queen, I don't know if it was or if this is how she got paid, but the queen also paid Virginia by way of donating to a charity that for like sex
Right.
crime victims, but then somehow Virginia like gets that money. But so it was like, because she couldn't directly pay Virginia because that's like insane. Like it's like I think it's illegal. It's maybe that would be
so
bribery.
was it like Virginia Giuffre's charity?
No, it was. Maybe it's possible.
What's
I
up with?
I don't know all the
What's
details,
up with
I'll be honest.
charities and like corporate? Because you got to figure that the Queen is a corporation. You know what I mean?
Right.
One of the most powerful corporations in the world, apparently. But she's a corporation. I want corporations. I need corporate money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's just like I need to get myself into a situation where like someone needs to pay me to shut up, so I can. You know what I
Like
mean?
you want to be in the stuff. You want to be in like.
Yeah, I want to be in the room where it happens.
I'll tell you what. You got to stop hanging out with me. You're gonna have to start hanging out with a lot more powerful people.
Well, you got a $900 shirt on. How come you don't have more power?
Because I'm a loser, man. I got nothing going on.
You got to start walking the walk, dude.
I know.
You're talking the talk. You ain't walking
Could
the
you
walk.
imagine fucking like Prince Harry wearing this fucking douchey shirt? No way. He's wearing like $1,000 cardigans.
Prince
I'm wearing
Harry,
this
he's not in the
fucking thing.
family either.
Right. You're
He's
right.
excommunicated.
You're right.
But England's got no COVID laws, so like, what's up? It's
England
pretty
has
crazy.
no
They dropped
well,
all.
they have some. there
Boris
is still-
Johnson dropped all the COVID restrictions. I'm pretty sure all of them.
I know.
And then the Queen got COVID.
There's still
so
some
if the Queen gets
restrictions, though.
COVID and they're still not bringing the restrictions up, like they're probably like fuck all the strict restrictions forever.
There's still some stuff. There's no mask mandate. There's no passport, like vaccine mandate. But there is still some stuff
like what?
in place. I don't know. But they didn't get rid of like they got rid of the mandate shit. Like it's free, basically free.
Can we get
But
rid of the
there's still-
plexiglass?
Yeah, like that shit, dude.
The plexiglass has been proven not to work for a long time now.
The plexiglass don't work. Cloth paper masks don't work. Nothing really works.
At the
they are
physical therapy
forcing.
clinic, we had 3 bikes that people could warm up on, and each one was enclosed like a bike,
Mm-hmm.
plexiglass, 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 plexiglass.
The gym at my place too. The treadmills are separated by plexiglass.
Oh, the gym in it's a free for all at the gym.
Really?
Yeah.
The bikes are next to each other, but the treadmills have plexiglass in between. I just don't even. And we're not wearing masks in the gym. I'm like, so then what do we even? What the fuck is going on here?
That's what I'm saying.
Why are we
I
even
hate the I just want it all to go away.
I want it to go away.
I want to not remember any of it. I want to black it out.
I would love.
I'm ready to black it out.
I would love the Men in Black Flash for this past 2 years.
No,
I don't really.
'cause
Have
I know
anything.
too much about the elites and stuff that I
Right?
can't
They
get
want
rid of.
you to fucking get the Men in
Exactly.
Black Flash. That's probably what's in the vaccine.
Will you get the vaccine when you're 65?
Nah. I have such deep resistance to COVID at this point. I've got it 1+ times. I'll probably get it 19 more times before I'm 85.
Right.
I'm chilling. I probably won't get the flu shot when I'm 92.
Yeah, I've been on a major.
I'm going out like an au natural. I'm going out au natural. Like
Okay.
I will die of natural causes. It might be the flu when I'm 48, but I will die of natural causes.
You will
That's how-
die naturally.
naturally.
Right.
Like a fucking American. No deodorant, no vaccines.
I was in an elevator yesterday, and a guy was in front of me. He had 2 masks on. He was a double masker.
Oh wow, what an idiot.
And he was in front of me, but he was like kind of stalling. And he was like, "Oh, you can go." And I was like, "Okay." And then I got in the elevator, and he was like, "Do you mind if I come in with you?" And I was like, "Yep, don't care, don't care, man." And he comes on, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on the sub." He's like, "Thank you so much for like letting me on. Thank you so much." And he's like talking like that. I was like, "You're stressing me out, motherfucker. Keep it to yourself."
It is a
Oh wait,
sickness.
he goes right when he walked in the elevator. He goes, "Do you mind if I come in? I'm double vaccinated. I'm double vaccinated and boosted." I was like, my
And then-
penis curves to the left, and my mom's name is Eva. Are we sharing personal things? Get in the elevator and shut the fuck up. How about that?
Dude, it's an illness. It's an illness.
And what I was like, dude, I go on the subway all day. I go to, we go everywhere.
You're in Manhattan. It's the dirtiest place in the world. It's garbage on garbage.
It's garbage on garbage.
We're fine.
You're
You should've-
garbage.
If we're really being honest, everybody should have always been wearing a mask in New York
Right.
City. It's disgusting, but we're going to be fine.
And when he left the elevator, like I was kind of making him laugh, but in my insides, I was like furious. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I was just making him chuckle. And then when he
Oh, you
got off,
got him to laugh?
yeah, I was making him. I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm on the subway." I'm like, "Dude, just come on. Like, I'm on the subway all day. I don't give a
I'm
shit." I said
shocked.
it like that, and he was like, "Ha ha ha ha."
I'm shocked
And
he
I was
didn't say, "You were on the subway today?" and then sprinted off the elevator, like pushing the buttons, like, fuck. Gotta
No,
get
when
out,
he got off the elevator, he got up before me, and he was like, "Thank you for being so kind." He said that,
That's nice.
but I wanted to be like, "Dude, shut up!" Like,
But you know what?
I'm being kind because you're so soft, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Because I'm going to hurt you if I'm not kind.
you know, and it's like I could just be kind and whatever. You're just, but I'm like, you're fucking annoying me.
I'll give you this, though. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt on this one.
Maybe he has some sort of thing.
No, fuck the thing. Fuck the thing. If you got the thing, fuck you. You're fine with the thing. You're fine. I'm saying the masks, I will not forgive him for the 2 masks.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing getting about. I don't care if he has cancer. You gotta take him off and welcome to society. But him
Answer.
him seriously, I really don't care. But him being like, "Thank you for being kind." People in the city are dicks about the whole thing. Like, I'm not surprised that he was like, "Thank you for being not a dick about it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people are
Well,
really
I'm just a very kind person, you know.
yeah, but you're not that nice though.
In my day to day, when I'm like working, Dylan, I'm the nicest person on earth.
I'm
my
gonna
whole
give you
my
the
whole
compliment.
job is just doing good deeds all day. Just hang out with old people all day.
Okay.
I am the
Wait,
best.
See, this is where I was just about to fucking compliment you, and you make it so hard. You make it so fucking hard. Oh, damn it! I'm gonna do it anyway, begrudgingly. Anyway,
Yeah?
You used to be a dick
Right.
to the naked eye, like the story of
This is a compliment.
We're getting there. You did. We've talked about this. Like
Right.
you didn't know you were being a dick, but
Right.
you were mean.
I have heard. I
From-
thought I was being nice, but
Yeah,
apparently I
nobody
was an
else
asshole
did
for a
though.
while.
Yeah, nobody else thought those things.
What was those ages, by the way?
I'm gonna say high school.
Okay.
Fair.
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 So, but since then, you really have completely embraced the kindness part of it.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
comes out as kindness now. You've really done well with that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Me,
annoying.
on the other hand, I used to be really nice to the naked eye. Now I'm mean.
Yeah, you are
But
kinda
I'm
mean.
not mean, but I'm mean.
I feel like you're coming out the other side of you went through a mean phase. I think
Yeah.
girlfriend Joe is a little bit nicer.
No, damn it. I was going to announce like me having a girlfriend. 'Cause
You
I haven't
said it.
I haven't said it. I haven't said it
Oh.
once on the pod.
Sorry, I
I
outed
was
you.
gonna do a whole
Joe's
thing.
got a girlfriend. Joe's got a girlfriend.
I'm getting late. No, but I do have a girlfriend. She's dope, and
She's way
yeah.
nicer than Joe, so Joe's got to stop being such an asshole. and
I
get
have
nice
been
again.
nicer since dating.
You've
her, I
been
think.
way nicer.
Yeah, I think so.
I was starting to just be like, damn, I guess it's just bad out there for single guys. Joe's putting on a really hard exterior.
No, it is bad out there for some.
You know?
Everybody I dated.
I
was
understood
awful.
where you were coming from, but I was like, yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah, I
You know what? You know what? If we're being honest here, I remember.
I opened the.
I'm going to give you a compliment too, but it's going to open up with the same way that you did. It's going to sound terrible, and then it's going to sound nice again.
But the thing with I'm nervous.
So
though.
anyway, Joe used to say, he was like, yeah, one time I was on the bus as a young kid, and I like said something mean to someone, and then from that day on, I said I was going to be nice to everybody.
Yeah, that happened.
Right, and then the vaccine mandates happened, and then you completely forgot about that.
Yeah, well, when the country starts being mean to me, and my best friend calls me racist thrice, I tend to get bitter.
Excuse me, I called you at least 10 times.
I was being gentle. I was being generous. You know?
Yeah.
So when that happens, you tend to put up a rigid exterior and say fuck you before you can say accidental mean things.
Right.
You know?
Look how far we've come, though.
We have.
We're on the fucking up, dude.
We have.
We are on a rock on rock bottom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We just got to take that next step to that next rock. And then
we do one rock at a time.
one rock at a time.
One rock at a time. Speaking of rocks, I was going to try to filter in a drugs joke.
Oh,
Not the time.
okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want to hear it now, though.
It wasn't, I didn't have a joke ready. I thought it was
Oh.
just going to come to me, so I steered in that direction.
Speaking of rocks,
I think we're
just kidding.
gonna,
I got nothing.
we're going to swerve back off the exit.
Yeah, that's
we're,
okay.
We're going to stay.
I'm super pumped, though. I feel like the New York City, because people aren't even checking the mandates. Dude, you want to know something fucked up? My fucking,
Yes, I do.
so I only use my Excelsior pass. Mm-hmm. And
It's expired as fuck, bro.
It's
Gotta be.
expired.
Yeah.
I made it to the expiration date.
Attaboy.
No one's noticed. But it expired on 2/8/22, which was like 3 weeks ago. And I could show them my vaccine card. This is where like the problems lie, where it's like the fucking card anyone could replicate. Why did we
Duh.
not? I wrote in. I forgot to bring my vaccine card to the thing, and they were like, just write it in.
Yeah, of
But
course.
I got it, like
course.
originally. And then there's no
nothing-
expiration date on that. But then if a bouncer wanted to be a dick, he could be like, this expired on 2/8. You know what
this
I mean?
is why people call it conspiratorial, but it's like it's not about having the vaccine. They don't really care about that shit. It's about like ushering in a social credit type system. Dude, Canada's doing it. They're starting like to usher in a social credit system, I believe. I was listening to some the Joe Rogan thing, and they
Okay.
brought it up. Trudeau's like pushing for a social credit system. It's gonna happen. I think it's happening. I'm gonna Google it right now.
I did just watch something by Vice that was basically like why you should be afraid of the Chinese.
You should be very afraid.
Not period. Why you should be afraid of the Chinese. That's not what I was saying. Why you should be afraid.
Oh, I don't mean the people.
I didn't. You oopsed me.
No.
And you oopsed me and it made it seem like I said,
I'm gonna
Vice
oops
editor.
your fucking dick in a minute.
You just oopsed me again.
Yeah, dude. Social credit system arrives in Canada 5 days ago.
Oh, really?
Yep. So really quick.
Well, I would
So the-
say that if you're a trucker and they freeze your bank accounts for acting naughty, that's a social credit
They
system.
freeze your bank accounts and your Bitcoin. They take all your Bitcoin. They take all that shit, and basically they're ushering in the system to stop money laundering, which they're gonna eventually. This was with this guy on the Rogan thing. I might botch this a little bit, but this was like one of the craziest things I heard on the most recent Rogan, one of the most recent Rogan episodes. Forget the guy's name. There's this what?
You're right,
I'm
Frankie.
sorry. Am I boring you? What happened?
That was the rudest thing
He
I've
went-
ever
he
heard.
went, Your back better hurt because it's gonna start
I
hurting.
looked like I was muted.
Oh, really? You don't think I'm fucking 11 inches away from you?
Yeah, we heard it outside of the fucking microphones, guy.
You screamed a groan. But anyway,
I was clearing
This-
my throat.
Oh,
here.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna clear
fuck
your
you,
fucking
dude.
asshole in a
Fuck
minute.
you.
You're gonna clear your throat, all right, with my dick. Sorry. But yeah, so he was basically saying, you know how like crypto is like a decentralized
Right.
currency, right? So eventually, because that's a threat to,
The dollar.
the fiat
Currencies.
money, right? Governments are gonna have a their own decentralized currency, like their own cryptocurrency. And what they're going to do is it's going to be program. There's an article about this. I think it's in either the Independent or the Telegraph, one of those news articles, programs. They're going to have programmable money. So if you say we were a super famous podcast, right? And we talk about like controversial stuff, and we had a guest on who says controversial shit. Let's just say COVID, for example. Maybe he took a stance of like, anti-mandate, and it was a controversial opinion. If he goes to like buy a plane ticket to fly here, but he does things that the government or his employer deems as unacceptable, his money can get frozen and he can only spend money on essentials, and they deem what's essential. So he wouldn't be allowed to buy that plane ticket. That's like a real thing. It's not even making it like that's a real thing that they're looking to do. Real thing.
I hate that.
Isn't that the craziest thing you ever heard?
I believe
like imagine like we've gotten removed from YouTube, bro. Imagine like getting removed from YouTube for like COVID misinformation was, if that tracked, it would be transparent then through to your bank account, and then your bank account would get frozen. You could only buy fucking food. Like imagine that. That's insanity.
That's insanity. Where is that? That's in Canada?
I don't know that that's what he was talking about is happening
because
in Canada.
The thing that I was talking about with the Vice video was a video about China's social credit system already, and how they had just like videos. It fucked me up because it was like they had videos of like Britain calls it like CCTV, which is basically just like public surveillance. Like they have like cameras on top of everything and like surveil everything, and now the technology is so quick that it's like
we have CCTV, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's like you're walking through the city and there's like a thing on my face, and they like know who I am, and they could like track me through the city and
in
shit.
China, they can get you for jaywalking with face scan. Like if you jaywalk and there's nobody around, you'll get like a ticket in the mail. Because like a thing sees you fucking cross the street.
This is too much.
It's too much. It's unnecessary. We were fine before. Like who are you doing this for? That's what I don't get. Like, do you not have enough power? Like,
I just don't understand why that. Yeah.
The more you try to grab power, there's two things that can happen. It's either we're gonna just like become a dictatorship in this country, and then that's the future is like up there, or you're gonna lose all the power because we're gonna be so fed up that we're gonna revolt,
right?
And then we're gonna win, and then it's gonna be a whole, it'll be local governments type shit. Like nobody will have all that power. Like I don't know how people are dumb enough to like fuck themselves like that.
Right.
Like you're just fucking yourself.
Why are you going down that road?
Why are you going down that road? We've been down this road before.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, we've been down this road before. It's crazy to me. It really is nuts. I'm trying to read through this Canada thing to see if that was
I guess that's now I'm just fucking
but there is
talking nonsense, but that's some weird
here
global government control the people situation.
No, but it's real. It's not even like bullshit.
Of course.
Dead real. It's wild.
That sucks.
It sucks, dude. It sucks.
The BC times, my oblivious ass just trying to lose weight on this podcast.
What's BC? Because you didn't say it.
That was before COVID. The BC times.
BC.
No one's religious anymore.
What do we?
Louis C.K. did that joke that the Catholics won because we're in the year 2022. The only reason it's called 2022 is because Jesus died at a certain point.
No, he was born, I think.
Yeah,
it's after the death of Christ, right? You're right.
It was A.D.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Which
is isn't that fucking crazy that we keep time that way? There's people out there. I've seen Bill Nye on YouTube debate a guy who's like, yeah, the Earth is only like 5,000 years old.
Get Frankie to
Fuck that fucking liberal pussy.
Yo, Bill Nye the woke. Bill Nye is the woke.
Straight propagandist for the CIA.
He's not even isn't he not even a doctor?
Everybody that disagrees with Frankie is in the CIA.
A lot of them are, I think.
That man. CIA.
He's had a good deal.
I believe it. He's got
he certainly gets paid for his thoughts.
Yeah. I used to love Bill Nye, though.
Right.
But wait, there was something
also,
I was about to say.
The argument that he was making was that the world, the other guy was like, no, the world started like at zero. We're only like 2,000 years old. Some fucking random guy.
He's an idiot. We're going to have Bill Nye, who's like kind of smart, debate an absolute idiot.
We got to start the times over again. Time starting over again.
So if BC is before COVID, what's AD? After the death of 900,000? Or after the death of like 11, whatever the real number is? Who knows? I mean, what's the AD?
It's the ticker. It's the ticker.
It's the ticker? It's the ticker. What do you want AD to be? Because I'm going to use this from now on.
Okay. So we're in 1 or we're in 2.
We're in 2 AD. No. Do we do after the death of COVID? So before COVID? Oh no, we'll do
March
start of
2020
COVID
is
0.
Everything before March 2020 is BC,
is BC.
and then everything after.
After the death of Reason? After
I
the
mean,
death
after
of,
death is pretty appropriate. Still, there was a lot of death.
Yeah, there's
It's definitely debatable how much death we get at the numbers or whatever.
Right.
But like, there was definitely a lot of death. So let's
was
just
death.
leave AD after
There was
death.
definitely death.
Yeah.
There was definitely death.
There was definitely death.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll go with after death.
Yeah.
Bland after death. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. That sticks. That's fun stuff.
That's real fun.
On a slightly happy note, I'm going to completely pivot away from COVID for a hot
Cool.
second. You've been really getting me excited about stand-up again because you're going to all these shows, and I'm mad jealous. I fucking love comedy shows. I haven't been to one in a long time. So I was on, like, I don't know if it was TikTok or Instagram, whatever. I saw, like, a reel or of TikTok or whatever. And it was this guy on America's Got Talent. Have you ever seen the stand-up guy from America's Got Talent?
There's a few, but was it the black guy?
No.
That guy was
chubby,
hilarious.
chubby white guy. This guy. So I need to tell you about this. I was watching it at work today. I was just getting like excited. I was excited for this podcast tonight for some reason. And I was just getting myself jazzed up and I'm watching whatever. And I see this guy and he's like this very timid guy. Tells one joke. I'm going to tell you the joke. It was the video that I saw was one joke. Frankie, we'll get back into that, Frankie. Keep that up. The joke was Isaac Newton died a virgin, which means I have one up on one of the greatest scientists to ever live. I'm still alive. Meaning he is a virgin also. And I was like, ooh, that's really funny for like a bland ass joke. So I was like, I want to see this whole thing. Because the guy was so shy. I was like, this must have been hysterical.
Right.
So I looked it up. Honestly, it wasn't very funny, but the guy was this. He was, what's it called when you're afraid to go outside? Agoraphobic?
Agoraphobia.
He had agoraphobia. Would not leave his house for a mad long. And then he was seeing a therapist, and his therapist was like, you got to go outside once a day, or then you got to go outside, stay outside for 5 minutes, and then whatever. And then he got to the point where he could be outside for a few minutes. And there was a comedy club down the road from his house or his apartment, where he lived. And the guy was like, all right, we're going to get you to go to the comedy show. And he would go to the comedy show and he would listen to the comedy because he loved comedy. And then the therapist was like, we got to get you on that stage. That's the next step, getting you on the stage. So he went on the stage and he like didn't do well, but because he was just so scared.
Right.
And that was like his stepping stone to like getting over agoraphobia.
Hell yeah.
So then he gets on stage after all the judges hear this story, whatever. He gets on stage. He's fucking terrified. And he just gets through the jokes, but the whole crowd is like dying laughing. Like it was like, to our standards of comedy, it was like whatever. But like this guy with the story, it was just like, yes. And they put him through. And I was sobbing at my desk. Like
America's Got Talent really pulls on the heartstrings.
Oh my God, dude. I was on pool of
Have you ever
myself.
seen the 6-year-old girl
You showed me once and we
sing
bawled
This
together.
Girl Is on Fire?
And they gave her the
The
gold
Alicia
fucking...
Keys, yeah.
Oh.
And, dude, I just got
Me too.
chills
I
as
got
you said the
goosies.
golden
I
bubble.
got goosies.
Dude, the golden, if you ever in
Pussies.
just a bad place, shut up. If you ever in propaganda, shove it up your ass.
It's got no heart.
Yeah. If you're ever in a bad place, Frankie, and you need to have just a good cry to like let out some emotions, go
Frankie.
down a YouTube rabbit hole of just watching Golden Buzzers. That shit will fuck you up.
One of them, Frankie, is Sal the Voice, and it's fucking beautiful. Where
Yeah,
he does
Sal the
Frank
Voice,
Sinatra
yeah.
My Way.
I just got chills again,
me too,
dude.
Me too, right down the arm. Look at that. Can we? Oh, we'll probably get fucking
we can't.
copyrighted again.
Yeah,
3
yeah.
weeks in a row. Fucking. Can you say the G word like that? Huh?
G?
Like gay? Can you say that?
I think so.
I think so, right? Fucking. That word. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say it, dude. You're such a baller.
I'm such a rebel.
That word you can't say. Said it. Said it.
I can't even just say, yo, you know that word you can't say? There's so many and there are varying degrees
know.
of cancel your shit. What's up with this
What's up with this?
propaganda guy?
I just like to say he's a propagandist.
I honestly believe it. I think most of the conspiracy theories we talk about, with the exception of a certain very specific few, most of them are true. And I'm not pumped about it, but that's just what it is. Oh, is this him on UFOs?
Yeah,
We could watch this at CNN.
I know, I'm just the ad.
Oh. Just hit the
Mute
mute
it.
button.
Mute it for a
yeah,
second.
hit the mute button. See that? Yeah, hit that.
While
Hit play.
the ad's playing, let's say all the words that will get you canceled.
Let's not.
Dude.
Oh, you want to describe all of them? The N-word would be number one.
Right.
Head honcho. El Nino, that I would. Oh, wow, that's an N-word too. That's fun. El Nino of the bad words that'll get you canceled would be the N-word, of
How
course.
about when, what's his name? The comedian, George Carlin?
Yeah.
He said all the words that you're not allowed to say. That was like the whole
Yeah,
joke.
shit, piss, fuck, cunt, that one?
Yeah.
But that's what you can't say on TV. That's
But
not
that was like,
canceled.
Let's talk
yeah,
about
but I bet that
space.
was in the culture
The
too.
New York Times has been
Pause
writing
that, Frankie.
about Navy pilots experiencing these strange circumstances in the
Can
air.
you just
these
pause the shit?
Unidentified flying objects, UFO.
There's the big pause button in the middle of the screen.
You know how many screens I got?
Yeah, but when I'm looking at your face and you're just not responding to what I'm saying.
Yeah, because this brain has to do 30 fucking things at once.
All right.
Wait, I'm ready now.
So we're looking
Start
at
this over.
We're looking at why Bill Nye is
Is a propaganda,
propagandist.
CIA propaganda agent, right?
Right. That's what we're doing.
Well, this one you just have to come to grips with, aliens.
Well, yeah,
Being
if you
real.
don't acknowledge aliens are real.
I acknowledge aliens are
Right?
real. I do.
You're not
100%.
dumb, right?
Well, I'm just saying in
No, I
general.
100% acknowledge that they're real.
Cool.
And did they build the pyramids? I don't know.
No, that's it.
You know what I
Listen,
mean?
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But they did.
Let's
But
talk about
we'll give you.
space. The New York Times has been writing about Navy pilots experiencing these strange circumstances in the air, these
Brian
unidentified
Stelter
flying
really
objects,
sucks.
UFOs.
The worst. We'll get into him in a
More
minute.
talking about aliens this week.
Guess how old he is.
Brian
Where do you come
Stelter?
down on
Yeah.
this?
That
40?
one part
We'll get
of the
back to
government doesn't tell the other part of the government what they're doing. And by the government, I'm talking about the military. Military. If the Naval Reconnaissance Office is messing around with some airborne gizmo, they don't tell the Air Force what they're doing. They certainly don't tell the other parts of the Navy what they're doing.
Who
And
the
so,
fuck
I
is
worked
Pause
with
that.
that went
Pause
to
that.
Groom Lake every day or regularly.
Let me just say something first. Who the fuck is briefing Bill Nye the fuckhead about anything related to the CIA? I mean, like secret piloted drones.
Well-
why does CNN have him on there to discuss such a thing?
Well, because he's the space guy. I don't
He's
think
a-
Brian
well,
Stelter
clearly-
he was talking about photosynthesis for us children, and he was an actor who read a script.
I know.
Not
But
a science.
Let's
Wait, relax
look
there, hot
Listen,
head.
all I need to do, honestly, for
yelling
my
at you.
brain, for my smooth brain, all I need is to see that this in the middle of them is
your
reliable
smooth
sources. Yeah. My smooth brain just sees reliable sources. Therefore, I'm in.
It's in.
Yeah.
But wait, didn't the Pentagon come out, Frankie, and say that they in their document they said that these objects are not U.S. technology?
Correct.
They confirmed that. But me and you watched that other thing, Frankie. That what was the most recent alien documentary we watched together? That was fucking crazy. Where the guy basically said that most of the 70% of the UFO sightings are probably our own craft
Right now, at this point.
at this point.
Right.
What do you mean at this point?
Like it's
space
so the,
time,
the
because
at this
theory
point,
is
it's
that
just as likely that we're looking at something that's our technology as opposed to an alien.
right.
An
The
alien.
theory is that the Rockwell, New Mexico, one of the most
Rockwell.
famous crashes of a UFO.
Roswell.
Sorry, no, not Rockwell. Roswell, New Mexico. The theory is that that crash, they recovered the UFO, happened multiple times, and then they reverse engineered the technology to try to, they're trying to reverse engineer. That's what the whole guy Bob Lazar was talking about, that they were doing at Area 51. Yeah, also a real story.
Should we finish this?
Yes.
Sure.
Area 51, this Air Force base in Nevada, where these planes especially, are developed. They're secret. So I wouldn't be surprised if they observe some secret test that nobody wants to talk about.
The
and
classic
the
laugh
story's
when they
being
have to hide something.
exaggerated now.
So these are UFOs because
Yeah.
the people seeing them don't know how to identify them.
Yeah.
But they're not extraterrestrial life. That's what your gut tells
Well,
you.
almost certainly not. I
Why almost certainly not?
Because
Give us some
extraordinary
hope.
claims, extraordinary claims require extraordinary proof. So if an alien shows up, I'm all for it, man. Let's go. But
Listen, I'm on board with that. I'm the same way.
If an alien shows up.
the other part of the military.
They probably showed him the fucking aliens.
No.
I'm exactly
yeah,
on
maybe.
board with that exact feeling. I'm like, I'll believe that aliens are real And it's hard for me to say when they do the zoom out of Earth and you see how small we are and how many other galaxies there are. I'm like, yeah, I would never die on the hill that like aliens do not fucking exist at all.
Of course.
But
Yeah,
I'm
but-
so with until they're here, I don't buy
so
it.
you're of the school of thought that aliens / alien technology / UFOs that are piloted by aliens, period, have not been in Earth's atmosphere or on Earth at all. No. That's where your school. That's what you think.
For the sake of right now, yes, I do think that. I've been hearing a lot of jokes recently in my stand-up where people are talking about aliens, and a lot of black comedians are saying that they don't believe in aliens because you never hear a story of a black person getting abducted. It's always some fucking white person from bumblefuck Mississippi
Right.
that their cornfield got fucked up. Black people ain't getting abducted. I don't think the aliens are racist, so they're not real.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah.
Definitely not a reason to just
And
abandon all
it's
belief
also
that
actually
aliens
not
are-
true because I did actually, one of my patients, when I remember I fucking went to this guy's house in the projects, and I was like the only time I've ever been like, dude, you need to like look for your exits right now. This shit is getting weird. And I went to this guy's house and I was like, yeah, so like what's going on? And he told me that story about he was like deep sea diving with his friend, and then he was like in the water and he was swimming with his friend and he felt someone grab him. He thought it was his boy. He turned around. It was a sea person. And then they grabbed him and like took him up into space. And then they were like probing his penis. You know,
I'd never heard this story.
I've told this story on the podcast before.
I
Like
never
2 or
heard a
3
penis probe.
This is like
come out
when
of
I
your
was
mouth.
doing home care in the project. So that was like 2 years ago, probably.
Was that
and
was the man a
This
white
guy,
man?
no, he's a black guy.
So what's up?
But his IQ level was super low.
I mean, you could be borderline brain dead. You know, if a C person grabs you, I'm not saying a C person grabs
See,
you. but
that's
I'm
a
not
chicken or
saying
the
they
egg
didn't.
situation. I'm like, all right, this guy's
That's
like,
not a chicken or the egg situation.
well, the chicken or the egg is this guy just like so fucking dumb? Or did this traumatic thing happen to him where he did get abducted and they were probing his penis and this is how he
I'm
lives
gonna say
now?
he's probably dumb and
starting-
crazy.
I'm starting to remember this story.
Yeah.
I don't really remember it. I feel like I'd remember penis probe.
I forget the context of like why. That's the thing. When I go and get physical therapy, like interviews, when I'm like, so like, what's going on? People give me the whole goddamn thing.
That's too
And
much for the interview.
It's too much. That's when I was like, where are my exits at?
Well, let's be this way. If you're giving even if that did happen, if that's coming out of your mouth on your physical therapy interview, you're crazy enough for that to not have happened to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
So do I think that aliens have touched down on Earth? Yeah, sure. I haven't seen them. They're very secretive.
So now we're flip flopping on the original stance.
I don't know. I'm kind of wishy washy with
So
the
you're
whole thing.
you're an idiot.
I don't really
hope
feel.
he
I don't
gets
feel
so,
strongly
like,
either way.
probed
I
in his
thought.
asshole.
Yeah, I hope Dylan gets an anal probe. I think Dylan would take an anal probe well. Have you ever had something in your butt?
No,
Nothing in your butt? Me neither.
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
I've tried.
So you have had something in your butt. Ooh.
Yeah.
I've never had something in my butt.
not a fan.
Aside from like when I'm showering, I may like have gotten a little too close and
Right.
gotten like fingertip in the butt.
Right.
Other than that, I've never had something in my butt.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, who would have thought you'd have done weirder sexual stuff than me?
What's up, baby?
Hey, what up, Em? How you doing?
On that note, should we end?
I think
Let's wrap up.
ending on anal and penile probing is the perfect place to end.
Have a wonderful week. Love you all. Share, subscribe. We're on the ups, baby.
Yeah, we're on
climb
the
those
ups.
rocks with us.
Yeah.
If you're listening, you may be at rock bottom.
If
too.
you're listening, you're a ground floor outrageous fun fan. Even though we're 3 years in, you're ground floor
We love
OF
you.
fan. No, well, this is the 4th season, so we're 3 years and then a few weeks in. Whatever. We're not. Thank you. What's up? What's up, everybody?
What up?
It's 2022.
It
right?
feels like 15 years, but also one long day, doesn't it?
Is it going to be an issue?
Oh, you didn't do it. You
We're starting the year off real hot.